manufacturer in India. So over to you, Abhay and Keshav. Thank you so much for joining us. And before starting, when we say that, we are doing something in the manufacturing industry, so we would love to know about your background and what drive you to start this kind of a venture and how you can, a super fit for this particular problem in a way. So please, I'll start with Mr. Keshav first. So then Mr. Abhay. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So thank you so much, John T, for the introduction and for this discussion that we are into today. So I have faced this problem multiple times regarding the inventory management and the production efficiency in a manufacturing factory. From the range of my father's own factory, like who has his own footwear manufacturing industry based out in Bahadurgarh. So there he has two, three different plants, and even though with having like good scale, he faces a lot of problem in inventory management because he has to count each item that is going into the ERP, and tracking everyone is like very, very difficult. Managing everything is difficult. And what we have found is that there are like more than 10 to 15% of inventory loss
Yeah.
that every manufacturing industry face every year. Typically, like it can be any footwear industry, any textile, any chemical, any air curtain, or any type of industry. So that's where like I found that problem, and I thought that this is the right time to solve that problem using AI and such system that we have built today.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Keshav, for the brief introduction. And yes, so Dr. Abhay, so please introduce yourself first.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Team YC, and thanks, John T.
Yeah.
So I have done my PhD in computer science from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. After that, I was working as a data scientist for roughly 4 5 years in
Okay.
different companies. And there, while I was working for one of the retail chain, okay, so I have
Yes.
worked for one pretty big retail chain for India and one for US client. So I found that this inventory management itself is pretty big, vertical within itself, right? And
Mhm.
and and then when I look for a small scale, medium scale industry in our families, or even in those who have our relatives or somebody, so for them the main problem was that their workers or they themselves have put some inventory, misplaced some inventory. Now they got the demand of it, so whether they should order new or what, they don't know what
Mhm.
is left or what is not left. So
Okay.
that was one of the point that that started that. And when we saw simple CCTV camera everywhere, so
Absolutely.
I just thought that camera exists everywhere. Okay,
Okay.
people do use camera, people do this
Yeah.
thing, but there is absolutely no use of the camera.
Okay.
Right, it is mostly in the case of if some incident has happened. So
Yeah.
camera is just sitting idle,
Hmm.
recording for 10 days, 15 days,
Yeah.
and then it will just keep on recording, doing nothing.
Okay.
Okay, and most of the people do CCTV, this thing. They do the CCTV monitoring only after some incident has happened.
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
Right. So with the AI, because I myself have worked in the field of AI for from last
Yes.
10 to 15 years. I have been working with AI when AI was not such a big fad.
Yeah.
Right. So even from that time, I have been working with AI, and then one of the things, if the camera itself is there, so why not we
Yeah.
can ask the camera to do the work.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and that is what, so we developed the technology behind it, and that is what we are looking
Fantastic.
forward to discuss more.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So for our audience, so I think we have a diverse background of speakers today. So Mr. Keshav, who have prior family business in the manufacturing industry. So for Keshav, I think it is home tour like the factory tour for him. So A to Z of factory, and I think that the daily hustle the factory owners or the manufacturers have in their life. So that I think lived experience, or that a situational experience, so that particular thing, I think, build Keshav based for this kind of a solution who have seen the industry for so long, who have with kind of a people for so long, correct? And on the other hand, Abhayji, he is from a proper tech background with his PhD. I think this kind of a combination always works in a way where the traditional knowledge and the new age technological knowledge mixed up and create something new for the industry. But now for I have a question in my mind, and I think a lot of audience here, they are also thinking ki everywhere we're seeing we are applying AI today, correct? So AI is not kind of a thing that like after the invention of computer. So every officials adopt the computer at a level, and now each and every field is adopting AI in a proper level. So I really try to understand everything was fine, right? After before AI also. The business was going on, there was good profit, maybe there are some losses and all. So why we need this kind of a AI factor in new age time? So can you define it in any way? So this question is to for both of you.
So AI is also a tool. Okay.
Yeah.
Just like any other tool. Okay. So
Yes.
when, through the evolution, when human first started using sticks to lift something, right?
Yes.
So if they have to lift some heavy object or if they have to transport some heavy object, they initially, so that is the capability that human developed, which is not available in any other animals, is we started using making tools. Right. And AI comes, so there are tools
Hmm.
to support your hand, there are tools to support your, muscle strength, there are tools to
Absolutely.
support multiple things. But till now, there was not enough tool to support your cognitive load. Right. So whatever you are getting cognitive load, and
Yes.
most of the time, what we are working on problem, whether it's in a human life or in its
Yeah.
manufacturing sector,
Hmm.
right? So it is all about deciding what to prioritize, right? Like
Absolutely.
even we have hundreds of things in our life and we don't know what to prioritize, and that is what it gives everyone, the kind of uncertainty, whether how they should move, in which direction they should move, and sometimes there is loss also, loss of materials, loss of multiple other things. So that is, so AI is a tool because the human complexity has increased over time. Of course, if human wouldn't have been, the civilization wouldn't have become complex,
Yes.
probably we wouldn't need so much of AI. But
Absolutely.
as we are going ahead in the the evolution of civilizations, evolution of societies, right? So every task and every this thing is getting complex, and of course
Okay.
we also have to increase, see whatever you're doing. So AI is
Absolutely.
not like it is for people who are
Hmm.
developing it. AI is for everyone, just like mobile is for everyone, right?
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Right. So the difference between the person who is using mobile and the person who is not using mobile, who is not
Yes.
able to use mobile. Now you can see, now even like my father, he struggled in getting platform ticket just from his mobile. Right. So
Absolutely.
he's still, but of course he doesn't need that much. But yes, I mean wherever he, like how you can
Okay.
make use of mobile to make your life easier. Similarly,
Got
you
it.
can, yeah,
Got it.
that's
Got it.
happening.
So
Yes.
let me summarize it. So in a way, for our audience, so I think there are two kind of a people who can live with AI, who can live without AI, and both parties will live in this world. Okay, some AI who the group of people who are living with AI, they have such competitive advantage or a efficiency advantage for their life. And who are not living with AI, they will have the peaceful life in their traditional way.
Mhm.
Okay, so there is no life threat in having AI or not AI. And now the thing is, you have mentioned some things like cognitive load, data-driven predictions where you can control the uncertainties and the directions and the economic loss in the previous the traditional way people are running the things. So now the thing is, so let's say here we have a lot of manufacturing founders or the factory owners with us. So for them, there are two sides of factory. One, the admin side means the owner of the factory. they have lot of overloads, cognitive overloads on their head every morning. Things got messed up and they have to solve it. And on the other hand, the workers in the factory, correct? And both are the sides are very much important to care of. So how through AI, and what are the problems you have seen from the both side, and through AI how we can betterment these kind of situations where the quality of life or the quality of the work environment should be uplifted by using AI.
Yeah, so I think in factories, like there are two things, which is first the admin and the sales part, which comes down to the top level approach, and second comes down to the down level approach. So one will,
Bottom line, yeah.
yeah,
Top line and bottom line.
bottom line, yeah. So one will give you more business, and one will help you to optimize your business as much as you can, so that you don't have to lose more inventory shortages every year. So typically, in a lot of pharmaceutical companies, we have found that a lot of their medicines get expiry after a period of time, and they are not aware of that, and due to which like they lost 10 to 15% every year. So the idea is that like manufacturers have to use AI in both of them, so that like they can also optimize their top level approach and also the bottom level approach. So from one side they can optimize the inventory and their factory, so that it becomes like a dark factory and they don't have to go to the factory each day to
Okay.
operate it. And second is that they don't have to like manage the sales and the cognitive load of each day, managing accountants, managing foremans, managing different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So I think yes, we got something. You have talked about uh, the fundamental things of for a factory owners or for the people who are related to this industry.
Yes.
So are you going matlab, here we should present something if you have any material so that
Yes.
we can start with that first. So then between I have some questions and we will talk to the audience directly so that we can understand more about their pain points. Okay, so please start your presentation first.
Sure.
Okay. Yes,
Sure.
it is visible.
Yeah.
So is it visible for all? So please can you just react with thumbs up? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Yes. So let's start. Thank you, Strange. Thank you.
Yeah. So, sir, I will present. You can start.
So yeah, just I will say initially, one of the thing is we do what we call as 4M monitoring. Okay,
Okay.
which is man, machine,
Okay.
method, and material. Okay, so
Okay.
this is what we can say 4M. Okay, so how we understand? So like when we are talking about man, so whether man, now there are multiple things with the man, whether man, so in any factory, like, we also work with Tata Steel. And now in Tata Steel, there was one fatalities, right? And there was an accident which happened. Now, because of the accident, now there was entire safety audit. And the entire work has come to, has stopped, right? Because until less, so,
Abhijit,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. Can
Yeah.
you just bit louder? Maybe your voice is
Oh,
cutting.
okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I okay?
Yes. Now if you can just speak a bit loud, I think that would be great.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, I just pushed it. So, what I mean to say that while we are working, for multiple companies, like one of the companies at different places, there were fatalities,
Yes.
and whether and when there is fatalities, it's a loss of life as well, And second thing is the entire process gets stopped now until
Okay.
unless you get the security clearance again, until unless you get the safety audit again, the work cannot be resumed. So there is a very, very significant downtime.
Absolutely.
Okay, that is absolutely there. And so this is like one person tracking. So we have multiple, way to track person. And this is not just, this is also, just go to left one. Yeah. Yeah, so this is just, whether somebody is using PPE kit properly or not. You can detect using Vision AI very clearly how many people are using what they are wearing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So once like these people are tracked and all, so
Hmm.
we manage the footfall in a particular area, like in area how much people are doing and which kind of a work they are doing, how much is the thermal overlay, and what is the density per zone area, which you
Okay.
require in a lot of, for
Mm-hmm.
example, high prone zones in maybe construction and into manufacturing factories also, that are
Mm-hmm.
very important. So this is like kind of a presence analysis. So it
Yeah, yeah. So you can see in this entire area, most of the places where there are red, most of the workers have spent time there only.
Okay.
Okay, so red, orange, green, blue is like a kind of a density. So
Got
blue
it.
means the workers have very less time in that
Mm-hmm.
particular area. Red means most of the time has been spent during that particular places.
Okay.
So you can just using computer vision, you can totally understand that where most of the activities are concentrated, or where most of the things are
Yeah. So as
Okay.
per Abhay sir told that we are doing 4M tracking. So the first is the man that we have done like the heat maps and the presence analysis and also the position of people, how they are moving, what they are doing over a period of time and all. The second thing that we do is materials.
yeah.
So we track like
Mm-hmm.
material is going into the facility, into the warehouse, how much
Okay.
materials are going in, what is the weight of those materials, what is the size of those materials, which area are those materials living in, because every carton or every box have a journey into their facility from the
Absolutely.
very way like they move into the warehouse. So it is very difficult for any manufacturer to find like which area or which warehouse has which kind of a manufacturing like these raw materials to the semi furnished goods and the furnished goods. So this is
Okay.
like a lift monitoring zone like as shown.
Yeah.
So
So
here,
entire material can be monitored, right from the gate. Let's say it goes from gate to zone A. From zone A, it goes to zone B. Then it done some pre-processing, some packaging. All those things happen, and
Mm-hmm.
final product get out of the gate. Right. So
Got it.
everything can be tracked, with the camera. That okay, from the gate, so many boxes have been unloaded or
Okay.
loaded, and per unit time, and where these boxes are kept. So at
Mm-hmm.
particular, you can also know that okay, these boxes from zone A, from the gate, they have gone and they have been kept at, let's say, zone A.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And zone A, it has been, so it will also mention, AI will tell you that how many times it has remained, for how long it has remained idle in zone A.
yeah.
Okay, so that is also you will come to know that for how many this thing it has remained idle on zone A, and all those things. So you can know about all the material. You can track the each and every part of the materials.
Yeah,
So
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 as
go ahead.
the materials and people are tracked, so we also find the correlations between how these people and how materials are interacting between different facilities. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, this person is interacting with this kind of a box. So, as I told earlier, that we have a journey of a box in a facility.
Yeah.
So, this journey also covers people that are living in that facility and working. So
Okay.
we find the coherence relation, like how people and how these non-living objects are interacting and optimizing the efficiency. So that's what we have done. So the next thing is the method. Like after man and the material, the next thing that comes is the method. So method can be ranging from manufacturing methods that you use to solve a particular problem or like to derive that manufacturing capability. So as you can see, like we also track like which people or which type of operations are being performed in a factory. So if the welding is been performed, then it will be tracked like from let's say 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Inventory in warehouse 3 welding has been performed by these people, and they have done so much optimization. So
Okay.
it maps these metal sheets, these buildings, these object alerts on top of that.
Mm.
So let's say like there is a air curtain factory, so it has like different assembly lines ranging from
Yeah.
like one can be a tool manufacturing, then there is a grinder and building that is working on, then metal sheet cutting is third, then there is a CNC assembly line. So all work coherently because once input and like the second's input depends on the first output. If the first output is not optimized, then the second input will be very least optimized. So that's what we track in the method. and we try to optimize based on like what in the industry or the lead industry leaders like Siemens or these kind of companies use methods to optimize their method, and how SMEs or MSMEs can optimize their methods accordingly.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, so Abhay sir, would you like to talk about this?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So I just want to add on it. So not only this, we can track the methods also. So like in an assembly line, we can also get that what is the average time taken for one particular process to get finished. Like, and also you will get engagement of man hours, like for entire process. So every process
Yes.
is a sequence of process, right? So
Absolutely.
it's a sequence of sub process. So for every
Mhm.
sub process, how many persons, how many workers have been used, how much time has been used. So you will
Okay.
also get the idea of that. Is this only for discrete manufacturing? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
So yeah. So
yeah,
it can do for process industry like climate industry, the chemical industry, of course, as well. It can work for any type of industry. So like whether chemical industry where few things are mixing, like the few chemicals, so we can use computer vision to find out how long it has mixed. And there are, it can be connected along with few other sensors also, like flow
Got
meters and multiple other things. So yes, and this is, yeah, this is what.
it.
Mm.
yeah, so
Fantastic, I guess. Yeah. Please, please continue.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the last part that left is the movement, like in the 4M that we do. So the movement can be like a vehicle movement, of people movement, of material movement. So we also like track how different vehicles, like for example, this is a crane, then trucks come, then some cars come, like how these vehicles are moving around the facility, outside the facility, how these people are going in, going out of the facility. So we also like using our AI analysis, we also to take the like the attendance of the people, attendance of the vehicles, like on a daily basis, and track these movements to optimize. So that if, for example, you have ordered a stock from your supplier, and like he has shipped it, but it has been delayed. So you can optimize your orders also, like based on the inventory that you have right now, and the agent will be able to know like which all suppliers you can use and how the flow will go based on the movement that we do. Yeah. So this was the end goal. Like in this particular factory, we were able to like find out from start of the raw materials to how much of these air curtains have been built up in the final, which is like 16 air curtains they have built. And the problem that they face is like they were not able to make two or three more air curtains each day, which
Okay.
because of bad inventory management, they did not knew the entire cognitive load, like which all materials do they have, which all materials do they need to order, which people has been working on which part, and how these interactions are happening. So that's what we have tracked, and like we have tried to optimize these kind of flows for them.
Okay, okay, great, great, great. So, Mr. Keshav, agar if you can give us some example of in from your real experience where by using this kind of a technology people got benefited, and what is the exact result, because as a factory owner who are present here, so they will uh, think one thing: if I have invest something in this particular field, which I am adopting the technology in my processes, right? So what
Yeah.
will be the ROI of that particular, investment? So on that perspective, can you just, specify what all the factors you are counting in and people are getting benefited out of that?
Yeah. So, Abhay sir, do you like to answer this question?
Yeah, sure. So see, I mean, we are still pretty early in our journey. Okay, I mean, so it's to answer this, like whether somebody have, somebody have, stopped this or not, like that. Suppose that we have installed in one of the factory, we have installed
Yes.
where if someone throws out of an area,
Hmm.
okay, we can detect and we can let them know. Okay, so what has happened that once a worker was throwing something out of their boundary, okay, and it got detected through our AI. Now what we came to know that it act itself act as a deterrent. It was a very
Absolutely.
strong deterrent. Okay,
Yes.
so in any manufacturing or construction industry, there are wastage of 15 to 20%. Okay, not less than that. Even in inventory management, that is, very well known, reported in the literature,
Yeah.
uh, in all the research papers, management research papers like that. This is very, so our tool, if it is used effectively, it can. Yes, we have done something actually. This is what we have. We are showing the images on the factory which we have done only. Okay, so this is not what we have got images from the internet. These are the images which is done using our algorithms, using our systems, using our architectures, using this
Yeah.
thing. So, having said that, yes, ROI is what you are talking about. Yes, it is something like around. One of the thing is, if you are, it gives you return at least, it will give you return at least, 15x to 20x if you will be
Fantastic.
able to manage it. If you
And
will.
absolutely, even I am from an industrial design background.
Yeah.
My career started with industrial design background, so I have also worked with a lot of factory owners and all for the product making, and that process I have seen also in this
Exactly.
way.
And
So
I will give you an example of, like, I mean, I don't know how many of you know, but McDonald is a, very good example how they have used the uh, concept of method. Okay. So in most of the companies, most of the factories where I have visited,
mhm,
where we have visited, what has happened there is it has grown organically. Suppose that if they need a stand, they will just build a stand.
yes,
If Sir, it is not just RoboFlow. I don't know what you're talking, but okay. Anyway, I will answer you later.
yeah, I'll keep all the answers from
Yeah,
this
yeah.
moment. So
So,
please
yeah,
just focus
sorry.
on the
Yeah, yeah,
presentation
yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no
so,
problem.
so it is not. What I mean to say that it is. Uh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
So what they did was they reserved a tennis area, and they put for
Okay,
each and every process. Like process one will happen here, process two will happen here. So in that is how they have optimized that. If they have
okay,
to give a burger within shortest possible time, how if something should go from position A to position B. Right. Now,
got
when you are talking about method here, so in most of the factories, wherever you will go, suppose that if they need a stand to put some material, they will just immediately weld a stand and put it there. It's
it. Okay.
not designed in any way. Okay. So, and so
Mhm.
after a few years, let's say they don't need that stand. So they will dismantle the stand and put it somewhere else. Right. So these factories are very organically grown organism in themselves. Okay, that is also, and they have grown just like that, whether they have grown using you can say they have grown with like in not an organized manner,
Absolutely.
and then we once you have the data, so important part is you will have the data, you will have a
Absolutely.
proper understanding. So having a data itself is a very important part. If you
Absolutely.
are
And
aware of what is going on the ground,
yeah,
most of the factory owners are not connected to the lowest triangle.
absolutely. Even I want to share my experience in that particular part. I'm really I'm totally agreed with you. So which I have seen in my lifetime that most of the factory owners, they do the traditional way in the Noida sector and all, if the industrial area there, right? So people are have lakhs of crores of machines. They are doing their processes and works. But when you talk to them in a way, so always they assist some people. "Ki, please, can you just see on the floor what is happening here
Right,
and
right,
just inform me out?" Correct.
right,
So
right.
they don't have actual any measurable data which gives a proper manufacturing streamlined process. So if we're talking about China today, and China is the manufacturing hub, so we can see the actual difference in India and the China. China has
Mhm.
streamlined the process with the data,
Hmm.
because data is the power of a factory owner. They can allocate their fund, allocate their budget, even also allocate smartly manage their inventory in a way so that they can get the maximum ROI out of their investment. And in India, we also do the things, but in a very manual way, right? In a human
Yes.
first way. So
Yes.
I think this product can change that particular way of working. And my
Exactly.
major
Exactly.
questions about this particular thing is ki already, factory owners have installed their CCTVs. So is this particular software can, modify that particular CCTV
Yes.
or
Yes. Yes.
okay,
So most of the time, what factory owners install CCTV, they make it for human to see. Okay.
yeah.
So, but AI need a certain aspect ratio. Okay, so
Mhm.
what we do is we are ready to use if there is existing CCTV, it is solving the purpose. So, but sometimes they are put at very extraordinary height. Of course, human can see, but for machine to do any kind of recognition, it become difficult. So in that case, we recommend some extra CCTVs.
Okay.
That is the thing, and CCTVs are not such a costly thing. I mean, a normal
Absolutely.
CCTV can cost around 3 to 4 thousand, right? So CCTV is actually not a costly affair. You put adding extra one or two CCTV if it solves your purpose.
Yeah.
That is much important, and overall also it is a tool which is, and it can be customized. It can be on demand. Okay,
Okay.
so suppose that if you have a material which is of different shapes and sizes, right?
Mhm.
Or if you have material, so we also have a model which can understand any kind of human activity also. Okay,
Okay.
so
Fantastic.
activity model, and that is a model which is a very state of the art model, which is about understanding. So suppose that if a factory, this thing has to, let's say, if had to put four screws, worker, but if he put only three screws and pass it on to the next
Okay.
assembly. So any defect, like one of the thing which we haven't talked about is the defect part as well. The defect is something which also gives you at least 20x, in your. So suppose that if you sell some defective piece, and let's say if you are an exporter, okay, now that defective piece will cost you 20x, because neither you can get it. So we have installed a system in Dharwad area also, where we have done for defect analysis. Okay, so
Absolutely.
defect analysis is to understand that whether it's this kind of defect, because it is being processed. See, there are humans everywhere. Okay, we are not about replacing human. Okay, we are
Absolutely.
not at all. It is all about giving assistance to the human.
Got
Okay,
it.
and we give assistance to the human, and it is all about whether you can do take better decision. So that is the thing. So that is all it's about. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Got my answer. And I think is there anything else on the presentation, or should we go with the
Do you
audience?
have that defect detection, Keshav?
Okay. Okay. Please.
For defect detection, I think I
I
don't.
will I will share it with you. Just
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So
Can
till then,
share it. Just 3 4 slide. That is something. Is also something what we do. And I mean, this is how. It's not just what we do. It is also about just to tell the audience that even this can be used as well. Just to understand
absolutely.
the type of defect, the severity of the
So
defects. Yeah.
okay.
Keshav, I've sent you the
Okay.
link. Can you
Yeah,
just open this? Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think I don't have the access.
You don't have. Hold on.
Okay.
Can you
So I
share the?
think in between we can take some questions from the chat
Yeah,
box. So
of
Mr.
course.
Sagar Mughal, so are you here with us, Mr. Sagar?
Hi, yes, I am.
Yes, yes. Hi, Sagar. Thank you so much for putting the questions on the chat box. So here you can directly communicate with the speaker. So whatever your doubts have or the questions you want to ask, so please go ahead.
Hi, nice to listening to both of you gentlemen. Uh, I have been witness to a few of these tools, okay, and now I also got an answer that where your servers are on-prem servers, okay, that answered one of my important question. Now I asked the other question: in the process industry, does WIP also get into account? Uh, and how is it? What is it that you guys are going to do with that? And I suppose my next question is actually going to be presented probably. I was asking, along with inventory, do you also take care of the WIP quality as well as the FG quality Do you have a premises? I mean, do you have any setup for that? That was my question. Probably you will be showing that.
Yes, so WIP, yes, if there is, whatever the pipeline, so WIP is a part of our inventory management system. So,
WIP is a part of method that we
yeah, yeah. So as I shown you, we have shown you the journey of
No,
raw
no, 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 no,
material.
no, 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 no. In particularly for a process industry, do you account WIP? That is what I wanted to understand.
Uh, so WIP basically means like, if there is you mean production pipeline, right? Work in progress, or what exactly?
See, let me give you an example. Okay, for example, if I am in a paint industry, okay, now
Mm-hmm.
for WIP, the flow is going to happen initially from the discrete components are going to come as a raw material. But as we progress through, right, we are going to have a solution that is going to be there in the process. Now, post the solution phase, do you have a process for WIP inventory for that solution in the liquid phase? The same is going to be applying to a chemical industry that we are going to use. Say, for example, a company like Fosroc, which uses construction chemicals. In construction chemicals, a WIP is going to be a little different than how it is going to be WIP in a paint industry. So, what is that? That do you guys do that? Is what I want to understand. And to give you a background, I am a mechanical engineer and I work in the area of manufacturing with the MSMEs. I'm a manufacturing consultant. So from the shop floor to the top floor is where I impact. Now, chemical industry is something where it is becoming a little difficult to manage the inventory in WIP phases. Especially
Mm-hmm.
when the recipe goes wrong and we have a screw up and the whole batch is rejected, that is not getting accounted, and that inventory mismatch leads to certain problems.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So WIP, we haven't done explicitly what you are asking about, but but we can do that. It is something certainly we can do that. See what we have done, like let's say I shown you, Keshav has shown you this thing, right? Where there is a aluminum sheet is getting cut. So that is also a work in progress, right? That aluminum sheet is getting cut. So let's say he has cut 20 sheet. Now that 20 sheet is supposed to get converted into roughly how many air curtains, right? That there is always a thing. So similarly, what you're talking is like there is a stock. There are multiple stock, especially in chemical and this industry. Uh, like there are, if you are taking stocks and if you are mixing, so you see you will come to know that how much it has been used, how much how much has been used and how much has been moved ahead and how much has been wasted there. These are the three things. You can either so you can use with the combination. So if it hasn't gone out from that premise, if it hasn't gone out of that zone, right, so it means it exists there, right? वहां से गायब तो नहीं हुआ है वो, it is there, right? So that is there. And when it is there, तो uh, of course we like wo, if it has been used or if it has not been used, that is something which can be told with the help of
Okay.
the algorithm.
Last question. John T asked this question. Mr. John T asked this question, but I wanted to know. I was probably not attentive. He mentioned about ROI. Okay. Now,
Yes.
for MSMEs, ROI is something very critical. Now, see,
Absolutely.
you'll have to assume me to be a kind of a system integrator. Okay, when I am
Absolutely.
doing consulting, I take services from people like you, and I do
Mhm.
that. So,
Yeah.
how do you exactly get an ROI calculation in your setup? Do you
Yes.
have a
So I
ballpark
think
figure? No,
Yeah,
yes,
so
absolutely.
I mean, John T asked, but this question is for the two gentlemen. John T touched upon this topic. That's what I
sure,
meant.
sure, Sagar.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for re-mentioning that point again. So basically, as we mentioned, that we have done for 4M. So the most important part is materials and also the method. So in materials, typically what we have found in MSMEs and SMEs, the size of the inventory loss is from like 10 to 25%, and our models have been accurate to 97, 98, 99% of accuracy. So like we have tried to optimize 5 to 7% of those flows and give them the reports, and then like they have optimized the flows into their hardware. So that has been removed from like the 25% of the inventory loss, comes down to 15% or 10% of the inventory loss, which is very difficult to optimize considering that you have to move a lot of machines and you have to also like physically optimize it. But our system can give them a proper audit, like what you should do, what you can do, and where are the discrepancies that are happening over the reports that we provide you.
Yeah, and we can tell you about two of the use cases where they were actually used it. So like the air curtain factory which we have shown, they are actually their air curtain per day manufacturing, it increases by 2 or 3 units. So when you're talking about 2 to 3 units without just in the first few weeks itself, right? So one unit itself will cost around 20,000, 40,000, like that, right? So if you are able to manufacture 3 units more, right, that is a very significant productivity gain. Now we also did for for a construction company for a metro project, right? There now for a metro project there was what basically happened was that they have to make mold for tunnels, right? So their average time was to make one tunnel was close to 15 hours, and sometime it goes to 16, 17 hours. So it was made up of 9 process. There was multiple curing, subcuring, and all those kind of things. So when we tracked and we told that why exactly it is like that, so now after that the average time came down to below 12 hours, which was the average turnaround time. And a lot of work was not being done in the night time, which they which they started with the data part. And these were the like which we are able to see. I can give you number a theory on ROIs, that is there, but these are few of the things which we have seen within first few weeks.
Doctor, see, I mean, an important factor. Fortunately, I'm an Indian, so I work with Indians. हम लोग तो बस एक ही सवाल कितना देता है. Okay, so when we are trying to propose, profess something, right? Unfortunately, we are still in that mode of kitna deta hai. So for that, I have not got. It's not just from you. I have not gotten direct answer, and obviously, I don't expect a direct answer right away, like how we have for a product on a ROI. But कुछ तो एक ballpark figure होना है. 18 महीने में आएगा, या फिर we are going to get this in
Yeah,
so and so.
yeah. So that is something what we calculated. So you actually get back, you for whatever you are spending within first 3-4 months only. Okay, I mean that is 3-4 months. Even that is very conservative figure which I am saying. Okay, but and overall I mean that is what we have seen. Okay. And some of the ROIs are difficult. Suppose that if I told you, like in Tata Steel, there was we have put a confined space monitoring system. Now in confined space monitoring system, there are pellets. Now these pellets, coal pellets, they get demoisturized. When they get demoisturized, there are poisonous gases, carbon monoxide, and another thing. Now our AI is handling that. It's nobody should spend there more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever the time the sensors tell you, right? So that is what in the Tata Steel we do that. Now this is a part of safety. Now where exactly it is, I won't be able to tell you ROI of this, that okay, it was able to save earlier 10 people, because this is part of some of the things which are safety. This is something what is ensuring they are reducing the load of their supervisors. And these are, yeah.
Absolutely. So, Abhayji and Sagarji, thank you so much for asking the questions. And I think I'm
I'm also
really
in Bangalore, by the
happy.
way, sir. Sagar, sir. I will meet in person.
Can I ask a
Yes,
question?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, and you're waiting for a long time. Yes. So we will start with you. So yes, I think you
Yeah,
guys
can I
can
ask?
connect before this meeting. Sorry, after this particular call. Sagarji, you can book a call with Mr. Abhay and Keshav also for the further things. So yes, sir.
Yeah,
Pranay Sejgarji, please come forward.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes.
yeah, you are.
So, sir, I have my own factory. We manufacture biscuits, cakes, and different kinds of product. So, what I have getting problem is that key. If you see, I have given the question that you can read it. Hai. You can take your time and just give me the solution. Will your system will be able to deliver that? Because I generally generate around 50 CR revenue, so I am in need of this solution. So let me know like if you guys deliver this kind of solution or not. So I have given my question in the message below.
So,
Yeah.
like you want the inventory management, like how many items are coming in, what is the time, the out time, and
No,
uh,
it's not that. It's the question is that ki if a worker marks attendance at the gate, okay,
Mhm.
using face recognition, that is the camera one, okay,
Yeah.
and then he moves through like camera two, three, four, है ना? And sometimes this guy went to a blind spot. There is
Mhm.
no camera, okay. Then later he reappears on six, seven, or whatever n number of camera, whatever. So how do you expect this system to handle? Like you guys track all this activity?
Yeah, so basically for the face attendance part, we have also working with the government of Karnataka through the KRT program to solve this problem in one of their facility in the RBI. So they also have a very similar problem. So our face attendance algorithm and the system that we have built, it works all like also on the similarity of the people from different angles. Like we have recorded a lot of data and train our models on that from scratch, and then it also measures on distance, like how much far it can see. So typically we have seen that right now up to like 10 meters it can detect the object if the environment is not very dusty and lighting conditions are good, and also the camera angles it can detect. So if we are doing the face attendance and the recognition, so if the person has moved from camera 2 to camera 3 and then from blind spot to camera 6 or 7 again, it will be recorded into the database. So the camera 7 will have the context, like that person has already reached from here. So then it can track it.
Uh, well, just I think Keshav, this is his question is little different. See, I see face detection is facial recognition is certainly possible at the gate, but for facial recognition for any AI, okay, you know what you're talking about, the tracking of a single person throughout the zone, right? So that is always, there is still a challenge, to the entire AI industry, because what happened that, as it goes from zone A to zone B, what will happen is that, the same person, the IDs get switched, and multiple things happen, right? So the and face detection also work with certain aspect ratio. It cannot work from very long distance or from very far distance, okay. Now, what you're talking about, yes, continuously identifying and tracking the same person across all camera. It is like, it is possible only in places where we can make, so what we do is from multiple camera, we make overlapping zones, right? So let's say camera A is looking at something. So camera B will also look at some part of that thing. So, once something goes between common between camera A to camera B, from there, we can track that person or track that object.
I mean, I have like 300 employees working under me.
Uh,
So yeah. So
So
will
for all
it be able
300, if you
to?
want to understand that whether they have spent time, whether they have done, it is not. I don't think it's so easy to get for each and every worker. But yes, you can actually figure it out that for each and every worker, like if they have moved out of a zone or they have moved in, within this thing, you can do facial detection, but it has very limited accuracy for far areas, and like where it's kept far, or like that.
Yeah, so I think similar problem we are solving right now with Gross tools
Hmm.
and engineering. So Gross, they have like 3,000 employees right now, and they want to track which people are doing which kind of a job, and how much is the attendance of the employees which are coming in
Right.
and all.
One thing what you can do is you can look at the heat map, which is an overall uh, tracking. That is for every 5 or 6 hours, it is can be overall tracking. So maybe if not for one person, but you can know for the entire team, that okay, most of the team they have spent time in different zones, and whether they have spent time in different zones and like that. Just a second.
Okay, okay. So I think next we will go with Alexa government's ERP. I think Sir has on camera. Okay, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
you are
I
audible. So
apologize.
after finishing Pranay, yes, after
Yeah,
finishing the
you can hear me?
Pranay's answer, we will move forward to you, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I hope I missed it.
Can you?
Somebody, yeah, I got disconnected. Does it may answer your question, Mr. Pranayji?
Yes.
Yeah. And one
Yep.
more question, yes, I will tell you, yes, this is a YOLO based algorithm, but there are multiple other things as well. It is not just YOLO, is just one part of our algorithm. Okay, so like to do entire thing, we have taken, a conglomerate of 23 different types of algorithm. YOLO is certainly one part because we have made the object box and other thing. So of course it's like that. That is something algorithm wise we have done a very detailed study. Okay, and we can measure using the motion. So let's say if you are doing any human activity, maybe like this is something what we didn't want to show here because that's a very different topic, but if you really want, I can show it to you how we understand. Suppose that if you lift an object, so if you are lifting an object, your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder will move within a distribution. So whatever activity you are doing, so let's say a worker has to do the screw or a worker has to do the hammering, right? So his hand and his shoulder will move within a distribution. So our AI camera can also find out that how many times that activity has been done. Activities, like violence, activities like this thing. These are the things, activities also which can be also tracked. So these are very nuanced activities.
Yeah. I think Mr.
So
Pranayji, is this your questions?
Yes,
Hello.
yes,
Am I audible to you?
yes, you are audible.
So
Yeah, I have
hope you
got
got your answer.
no,
Or
no,
is there
there is
anything
nothing
else you
else.
want to discuss? Okay.
I'll just go. I'll just
Okay.
ask my question. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go on.
I logged in from my other account. I apologize for having the wrong name. Now, my question is that
Yeah.
when you are giving the solution to a factory, what is the GDPR data privacy plus the ownership of the video camera data and the analytics? Can you just shed some light on the legal aspects of ownership of data and the analytics and who owns the data, who owns the feed, who owns the algorithm? How do you do that? So, as we also mentioned earlier, so the data is completely owned by the factory owner and the warehouse owners only because the entire CCTV and the hardware or like whatever we stack to run these AI algorithms containerized on premise only, so that their CCTV data is not leaving their public IP address and it is like containerized inside only. So we don't like take any data to any different cloud or any external data storage system. So it is like either we can use edge computing, we can use a local server, or we can also make a small cloud database and we can store all the data and we can run the algorithms on top of that there.
we just took data for first initial 2 or 3 days, that also with permission in order to fine tune our models. Okay, for the exact local this thing. But apart from that, we have, the model will can work completely on premise. It can work without internet as well. And second thing is, yes, I mean, entire DPDP Act what we have studied. So we install on client's own cloud service, not like that. I mean, they give us their AWS account, we put it on their service, their model itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Yes.
Great presentation, huh? Very nice service. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thank
thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for asking so many questions. So here, anyone here want to connect with Mr. Abhay and Keshav? So we have shared their contact on the chat box. So just keep connected with them for the further discussion after this call. Okay, so Mr. Anant Kulkarni has asked something on the chat. So Mr. Anant, are you there with us? Hello. Hello, Mr. Anand. Okay. So, anyways, so Mr.
I think one person has raised his hand.
Yes.
I think
I think it resolved. So yes. So just a minute. And Mr. Anand Kulkarni has asked. We cleared some projects recently. I was curious to know if there is something better. This question is not clear to me at least. So I think for the speaker, it's also it's not much clear. So Mr. Anand, if you with us, so just unmute your mic and you can say it loud. Okay. Other than that, Team YZ say I think Ridhima is asking, yes, is any external hardware needed to be connected with my CCTV?
yeah, so we will require an external, like an edge computer or a local server, so that
An edge computing device is required
Okay.
other than CCTV. Yes.
Okay. Got it. So
Or like if client is fine by using cloud, so it can be pushed data to the cloud, which because data to the cloud, if you're pushing, like let's say you have 200 cameras, you will push so many data, cloud cost will like go like it will be huge. So we don't recommend that. We recommend that you push only the events, whatever the events that has happened to the cloud, and you keep most of the data on premise.
Okay. So another poll is live. So please, our audience will request you to please keep voting for the thing. And VP Ahuja is asking something. So Mr. VP Ahuja, if you are with us, so please unmute yourself and you can say it loud.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
I just want to say actually I joined a little late actually, and I cannot see. I could not be able to see the solution actually. So I just want to know if there is any link where we can see the solution that. But
yeah, yeah,
I
sure,
heard about the conversation.
We
But
can share the presentation as well, and we
sure,
can
sure.
share the presentation as well. But yes, we do have. Do we have some links, right, Keshav?
Yeah, I will share with you.
Yeah.
So I have messaged you, so I will share you the presentation and the dashboard link over there.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Right.
And I
Abhay
think
sir, share his number. Can you share your number?
I will share.
yeah.
Thank you.
So I think Shreyash, if you're with us, so you can ask your questions. You ask something in the comment box. So how much data and the CCTV footage will be secured with this tool? I think we have already answered that particular questions. So is there anything else you want to discuss or ask? So please come ahead. And so yes, anyone want to ask anything? So please come ahead. Just raise your hand, and after that unmute. You can ask your questions. So anyone there from audience? Hello. Yes. Okay. Sagar Mudgalji. Yes, Sagarji, please.
Okay. It is Maudgal. There is a differentiation in Mudgal and Maudgal. Okay, that's to be precise. Okay. What are the failure rates in your present cases? Whatever you have done, right? What are the failure rates of the projects? If not the entire project, even at least one small. There obviously is going to be a failure rate, right? I'm sure there would have been failure rates.
Failure rate of the projects. I mean, you asking about us like how many projects we took and how many projects we concluded.
No, I wouldn't want to get to that. I mean, that's a business question. My question is more like, for example, in when you want to do. Sorry, Keshav, you're telling something.
No, I was just mentioning you want to ask how much is our solution accurate in the industry and where all
Probably
accuracy is something which is very different and which is a very misused terminology. People will tell you 80%, 90% accuracy, but on what data?
I'll articulate my question in a better way. Say, for example, if today I have not used any software and I am doing a perpetual inventory or other inventory in my own method. Okay. Now I am going to deploy you and your solution for this. Okay. And I have been telling that I have an inventory of say about 10 days. Okay, and you claim, I mean, you do your analysis and say that we can bring it to so and so. From 10 days, I will do my solution and give you for a 5-day inventory, which is going to help in your cash flow. Okay. Now, having claimed 5 days, where my situation was 10 days, were you able to come to 5 days? How many times? Or was
Okay.
there a little problem in that analysis and the deliverables?
Understood. So we don't tell inventory in terms of like how many 5 days or 2 days. We just give in numbers that, this much is left, this much is, the production, monitor. It will tell you that, how many, metal sheets are left. That
See,
is the number that you
that
will
is
get. Yeah.
I mean, sorry to intervene, doctor.
Mm.
But the point is, end of the day, that I'm going to convert into number of days of inventory, because that end of
Yes.
the day for me, it is
Yes.
about cash flow. Okay,
Mm.
if I am buying unnecessarily, if
Yes.
my order quantity I have to
Yes. Yes.
manage.
Yes. Yes.
So, what has that ratio been? Has there been a failure rate for you in that?
Okay, we haven't given any service, like that, any calculation like that till now.
Hmm.
But yes, that is something which is very interesting, very important question. But mostly we give in numbers that this is the left and
Yeah.
not like, and we just
See,
leave it up to that, to the
just a
owner.
side note. Just a side note. See, end of the day, the delicacies. Days, right? I mean, my cash inflow versus my cash outflow, when that ratio is going to be maintained, is where I, as a
Yes.
business owner, is going to be profitable. Okay.
Yes.
And this is also going to give me an indicator if my sales team is actually sleeping. That means my cash collection, थोड़ा और मैं pressure डाल सकता हूँ that
Mm-hmm.
look, my inventory days are higher, so you better get a better advance. So the whole business is going to get a balance if the delinquencies are managed through your monitoring system.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think Mr. Sujan, if you are with us, so please you can just unmute yourself and you can keep your questions on the meet. Hello.
Yeah, so I've typed my question. So basically, with any remote monitoring,
Mhm.
even like cloud, AWS, or anybody gets hacked. So how are you ensuring the security of the entire system?
So, for the security, the first thing that we have built is like a cryptographic key token that will come to you to. So, like for example, if you download a game, then you have to put a token and a license key. Only after that you will be able to run the application. So, similarly here, like you can run this, and we have done a lot of some kind of vulnerability tests also. So, if there is something very suspicious, so we have our own observability dashboard that we have built by ourselves. So it will report some bugs, and then we will get the result, the alerts real time on our mobile or on our WhatsApp, and then potentially we can fix those issues if something like that happens. But like fortunately, nothing like that happened till now.
Yeah, and security is mostly because it is mostly in the client side. So like like suppose that if they are using AWS cloud, so their security is as good as what is AWS cloud is, right? They have their own login and password, and nobody can touch that. Now, second thing is most of the people they get report, daily through WhatsApp report, or through mail, like this much was done every day, and this is like that. So it is something which is automated. It is not any dashboard. So vulnerability will come only when there something in the pipeline is exposed. Here nothing is exposed. Okay, it is only the end goal, the end report is exposed to in the mailbox or in the WhatsApp, or as a dashboard, right? So only the end product is exposed, nothing in between is exposed at all.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So you're saying this is because it's only a read only, the CCTV only
Yes, yes,
absorbs.
it is only read only, and
Yes.
and it has a compute device which is totally separate, and that compute device act on the feed, and then whatever it gives the result, then it get processed, and then it is pushed to the servers to do the final reporting.
But because there is also a edge computer involved, which could
Yeah.
be connected to the LAN, it will also expose another surface
Yeah,
attack.
we disconnect all other connection. So we
There's no
while
some
doing that
static
is
library
very
that is provided over there, and
yeah.
that's
So
pretty.
all the read and write permission is very delicately written that nothing can be added on that. It is foolproof. If something is there, it will not going to work.
Mhm.
So that edge computing device is all the permissions and everything has been we have tailor made so that it will have, and we give one or two admin access to the local team as well to in case if something is there, but just only one. That's it.
Right. I mean, also to adding, apart from the logistics,
Hmm.
I think Mr. Sagar mentioned, are you able to show an ROI as far as, let's say, the improvement in the inventory turnover or the logistical, efficiencies you are bringing in? Have you done any use case development along with from the, factory floor to the accounting department where you are demonstrating in 3-4 months, this is the break even because of the improvement in the efficiency? Have you made like an accounting use?
So actually, I told you we are very early in the journey. We have installed AIs at different this thing, and what we have got, not in terms of, if you talk about revenue, that possibly is not the answer what we have right now. But in terms of impact, certainly, we have seen within first few weeks of multiple projects. Like we did project for Kanpur Metro Yard area, and that, within first week, there was a very serious impact. So there was downtime, the productivity increase was almost close to 3 hours. From 15 hours to it become 12 hours. So it become 1/5, which is around 20% productivity has increased. So that is something which we can tell you in bits and pieces that this is what it is there for multiple factories. Yes, it is now. One of the thing is they what we get is that this thing is that they have given us feedback that they are able to see their inventory, because most of the time earlier what used to happen was that when they have did they when there is something which is missing, so like let's say if some material is missing, so they will come to know very very late, and some of the time the material is the is delayed, the procurement cannot happen within 4 or 5 days, right? So they will lose 4 or 5 days of work,
Mhm.
right? So that is a very, now 4 or 5 days of productivity is a very significant ROI. Like if you are let's say if you don't have a small screw, okay, and suddenly you have no vendor to get the screw, or either the vendor has figured out your desperation and it has increased the rate. Right. So, now if you already know that your screw is going to get over in 5 days, 10 days, or whatever. I mean, how this much amount is your per daily consumption for consumption of, for let's say 20 air curtains or 40 air curtains, like that. This is the amount. Now you know that how much your inventory is there. So you can always do, you can, based on your demand prediction, because also inventory is also a part of demand prediction, right? If you yourself, because you are the business owner, know your demand, right? So sometime it's also on your demand that how much you want to procure, how much you want to go ahead.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
mean, adding to that, what would be the minimum commitment factory owner would be looking at?
I'm saying, minimum 15 to 20% of boost. That is a very important boost. It is, I can tell you, with a very significant, this thing that I can say. And of course, it depend on, how factory owners use the data as well. So, like that is also important part is we can give the data, we can tell you these are the problems, but how it is also acted upon, how it is mitigated. That is also something which is there. So, but yes, if they are using the tool, if they are, using, so they are, first of all, they are avoiding a lot of mishappenings. They are avoiding a lot of mistakes. They are avoiding a lot of, 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 Second thing is they have the data now. They know how much time it is taken, how much this thing is taken. So you are very well aware that, if the demand increase, if you are, let's say, even if you have to hire the contracted workers. So most of the companies, factory owners, they work with contracted workers because they don't know, they don't have visibility of their demand, right? But let's say if the contracted workers, so if you have to, let's say 40 units more you want to manufacture. Now for 40 more units, but you are not increasing your machine, you are just increasing your worker, right? So how much time it can take, right? So that is the next version where we want to basically come up with. That will be probably in 2027 or something, where we will also provide a simulator of the factory to the factory owners, where they can simulate different scenarios. They can also even ask question that what will happen if I replace this machine with this machine. How much significant time that is there. But this is sequential. We are first of all like trying to solve one problem, then move to another problem. But these are also part of our pipeline. That we will also give you a simulation tool where you can basically simulate that if you have to if you have to cater this much demand, then how much more worker or how much more machine you can need. So you can rent the machine, you can rent all those things as well.
Yeah, so one last question I had is what is the moat? Because in terms of, let's say, Anthropic, Claude, and all these tools,
Right.
they're providing factory skills, repositories, which
Mm-hmm.
covers most of the use cases,
Hmm.
right? So if anybody can like place a CCTV, install YOLO Ultralytics models, and
Yes.
run these agentic, skills
Hmm.
and create dashboards, what would be your moat and what is your differentiator in this case?
Yes. So our differentiator is, you see, I mean, when you are talking about technology, is not the most, you can say, if you will explain technology or pricing as a moat, people don't like it, right? So technology as a moat is not considered even as a moat. But what you're talking is something which we know, and I can tell you with absolutely this thing. See, when vision is a language in itself, I will tell you, in a way that whatever you look at a vision. Suppose that if you are in Bangalore and if you are going from one place to another place, the moment you started reaching to the place like which is familiar to you, your brain will start telling, okay, take left, take right, and all those things. Suppose that if you're going to a relative house, right? So your brain will tell you that from here you have to take left and right because you already know the way. So it's not like that Google Map is telling you. And similarly, like let's say if you have to overtake a car. Now, if you have to overtake a car, what do? You calculate relative speed in your mind. Then you calculate acceleration in your mind, right? Then you overtake the car. So these crores of drivers in India are doing without solving Newton's law. Right. So this is your spatial intelligence. This is how your understanding of the language of space is. Now, what you're talking about Anthropic or what you're talking about Chat GPT. So just like electricity. So electricity is one of the tool which can transfer the energy to a very long distance. So it is a very effective tool. So all the energy like heat energy, chemical energy, it is converted into electrical energy, and then it is transported and then it is reconverted back. Now, when what you're talking about the tools like Anthropic and everything, they have converted every form of intelligence in terms of language, which is something what you can write and describe. So language is a tool to transport the intelligence now. So first, every mode of this thing, what you're talking about, like let's say mode of video, image is one type of information. Text is one type of information. Audio is one type of information. There are multiple types of information. Sensor is one type of information. You are putting all types of information and putting into the language, and then you are transporting that information, and then you are reconverting that. We are not doing that. We are just taking vision as a language. And regarding the cost also, like, see, you can take it, within first 15 minutes your token will get lost. I mean, get over. So for any video, this thing, the cost, what you're talking about, the cost of Anthropic, running Anthropic along with some AI agent, like for the image data. For the image data, the cost of Anthropic is very huge, very huge. Okay, so this is an image data. Second thing, now what we also plug in along with the object detection. So YOLO Ultralytics model can tell you only about object, but object detection is not the computer vision alone. These are the metal sheet which are very fine thin. Okay, these metal sheets are very difficult to get counted. We are not using YOLO in that. We are using a very different type of algorithms to do that. Now if you are talking about somebody throwing a stone or somebody throwing something, now this is something which is where is an action. It is not the object detection part what we do, but understanding the activity along with that. So yes, there is our motives. Our motives, what we'll say, because we have understood the complexity of humans and the objects and the relationship between the humans and objects, and we can fine train it. We can fine tune it, like within a matter of 3 days. We can make your AI running and counting. So that is the level. Like if we have made our own tool to annotate the data. We have made our own tool to annotate the actions. We have made our own tool, to do everything in such a fast forward way.
Thanks for your answers. Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Already we are 50 minutes over time, and thank you so much. There are a lot of interest we are seeing. So please, you can connect Mr. Abhay and Mr. Keshav. After this call, we have shared, I'll request my team again. So please share their contact or something like that so that they can connect with them. So if there is Calendly link available for the one-on-one call, so that was better. So Keshavji, please, you can share that so people can book the calls with you. Correct. So other than that, so Keshavji has shared, the use cases. You can go to that particular link and see what kind of use cases I think Zero Forge have as a tool. Kind of those things you can discover. So before ending this particular session, I just want to reflect in one thing. Mr. Omkar has asked, how is the tool priced? Since this last questions we are talking about the competitive comparison between your product and thing. So what I have got, and the crux of your thing, your tool is much nuanced focus, and the other tools, the bigger LLMs, they are overall projecting your situations, but your tool is pinpointing the situations, not just projecting the situations. They are grabbing the nuances of your situations. Correct? If I'm not wrong. Right?
Yeah.
So yes, so on the ending note, I just really want to reflect on the pricing part of the tool, and if you want to share something very quickly, so go ahead with it, and we want to understand about the thing.
Sure.
And thank you so much everyone for keep patience. And
thanks a lot. I will say, it's a very engaging audience, and I'm so glad you asked a lot of questions.
Just a last
in fact,
story behind your brand name. I'm curious if that would be the last
so yes, Keshav, you can tell.
Yeah, so Zero Forge was inspired from Zero Lumens. So Zero Lumens, we took the name from dark factory. So luminous is the intensity like of light in it. So there we got the name to like build dark factories. But eventually Zero Lumens we were not able to get. So we took Zero Forge, which is like Zero Forgery for warehouse and different manufacturing facilities that will not incur any pilferage or any losses into their spaces. So that was the idea and we told.
Okay, thanks.
Super.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending the session. I think it is like really awesome interacting with everyone, and it was really very engaging audience. And thank you so much, John T, for making it such an interactive session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone. Thanks.
So so on the ending note, I think we can you can share your website link and something like that so that people can explore more about your product and all. So on the chat group and the pricing and all, they can explore on that part. And mostly these things are get better on the one-on-one session. So people will book on that. So that would be better for them. And on the other hand, so like Mr. Dr. Abhay Tiwari and Mr. Keshav Singhal. So if you're a founder and if you have a product, or if you want to validate your idea, or if you have a MVP and you want some get early users, or else you want to have tasted your beta, now you want to scale up your product, right? So you can book customer room session, which we done in this way. So where we will meet with your potential customer, they can feedback you, they can question you, and they can be your paying customer ultimately. So book our customer room session by YZ, and we really want to help all the founders from at the every level, so that we can do the real groundwork, not just the Excel sheet or the predictions. Correct? So thank you so much, everyone, for this patience, and I think we will back on the next week, Friday and Saturday. Thank you so much, everyone. And that was the ending of the session.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Yes.